All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Went to work out this afternoon as I do every other day, and lo and behold, in the hour or so I was gone, a whole lot happened in the world of Call of Duty. A lot was discovered, it would seem like, and it really does seem like Activision and Call of Duty may be kind of hiding something big, and we're not really sure why. We can certainly speculate, and we'll probably will do some throughout the video, but we have some new reveals, some new announcements from COD, but then also something very, very mysterious going on as well. So first up, another new announcement here from Call of Duty updates in regards to Ricochet and the TPM 2.0 enabled and everything going on with that. This has been a big conversation as of late, ever since they did announce that this would be mandatory for Black Ops 7. There's a lot of people saying, hey, I've updated everything on my motherboard. It still says it's not working, even though I show that it's enabled. What's going on here? Ricochet put out a post a few days ago basically saying like, hey, if it says it's on, but it doesn't work for you in game, like you still get the message that says it's not on, it's a problem with your thing, you got to figure it out. Luckily, they've had a little bit more user-friendly update here. They say a message from Team Ricochet. MSI is releasing patched BIOS updates for AM4 motherboards to address the TPM-related errors. This move by MSI helps reinforce PC security and supports Ricochet Anti-Cheat's mission to protect the Call of Duty experience. This is huge for our community, and we appreciate MSI for addressing this issue. So if you're someone who had an MSI motherboard and you were running into this issue, fantastic news for you. If you're someone who's still running into this issue who doesn't use an MSI motherboard, I'm sorry. So cool announcement there, but now we get into the very mysterious situation currently going on regarding Black Ops 7 and some upcoming gameplay reveals. This is coming from COD Zombies News originally, but we have some new updates here that are very peculiar. So it seems like this upcoming week that we're in now was supposed to be, or could still be, a big week for Black Ops 7 gameplay reveals, because Call of Duty previously alluded to a full-on week of Zombies reveals. It was quite literally teased as a week of Zombies. On the original COD pod episode they did from Gamescom with the Black Ops 7 gameplay reveal, they said upcoming in early September, which would classify as this week, right? We'd have a large scale Zombies reveal. So a lot of people assumed that means marketing would start today. Lo and behold, their typical marketing time came and went. Nothing was mentioned. Everyone was a little confused. We've also had other updates via the COD blog that would almost indicate maybe we're going to see more than we initially thought with global reveals, not just zombie stuff here. But COD is doing something weird, and it's almost like they're hiding some information now, because as mentioned, this COD pod was filmed live during Gamescom. They officially re-uploaded it, and in that, Treyarch says, we've got a teeny tiny little taste of what's coming to Black Ops 7 and Zombies before cutting to the original crew conversation. In the Gamescom version, they say, there's a dedicated Zombies reveal just a few weeks away. We can't wait to give you a look. It needs its own week. So that whole chunk is missing, and that's a pretty important chunk to edit out. And Charlie Intel actually reports here, and whether or not you're looking forward to Zombies, this is more so important because it was going to be a gameplay reveal. This was going to give us another look at what multiplayer gameplay would look like to an extent as well, because of systems, weapon behavior, movement, things of that nature, even though it was in Zombies. So this was really important for a multitude of reasons, and the fact that now it might not be happening, or at least in as large of a scale, is really bizarre. Charlie Intel says the Black Ops 7 Zombies reveal may not be happening soon, as previously stated by Activision. Activision has recently re-uploaded the COD podcast and cut out parts where they mentioned a week of Zombies news was happening soon. But there's more to talk about with this that could potentially explain what's going on, at least to an extent. That said, as we're going through all this information here today, it is still just the start of the week. We may see other reveals and gameplay, announcements and stuff later on this week. And if we do see anything major, we actually get some new details and stuff, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date with it all. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, help get us one step closer to hitting 1 million subs. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. It does help grow the channel and share the video around to new viewers. But as mentioned, originally it was Gamescom worldwide gameplay reveal that we had back in August, right? And then they mentioned, okay, there'd be in early September, the week of Zombies reveals. That was going to be its own thing. And then it was COD next, and that's where we get multiplayer Zombies campaign, Warzone, everything. But it was just global reveal, Zombies week next. That was the only plan that we had originally. Well, it seems their original plan changed because back in their blog from August, their community update that detailed Carry Forward was being canceled. They were going to do some more stuff with Ricochet. They also mentioned there would be more upcoming reveals, including additional information on multiplayer maps, modes, and systems, refined movement updates. I assume that's just what we got the other day with Matt Scrons talking about some of that stuff. What they're doing to ensure core moment-to-moment gameplay takes a leap forward. So 2 out of 3 of these we're still missing. And then everything going on with zombies. Launch content, Wonder Vehicle, Dark Ether version of the original crew, and more. So we have a lot of reveals that they said were upcoming here, presumably before COD Next, that aren't just zombies anymore. It's multiplayer stuff, it's progression stuff, prestige stuff. Like, these are reveals, these are announcements that we're expecting here. So maybe this week is going to be a little bit of all of it. Maybe they did actually tone down how much was going to be just focused to zombies, and instead they're spreading it to multiplayer, they're spreading it to the global stuff, and zombies are just going to get like a little bit of stuff. It also may no longer be this early September timeframe either. They haven't done a very good job communicating of what exactly is going on here, but it's really, really bizarre. However, in the mysteriousness of this, in the mystery of all of this, Treyarch did out of the blue announce something pretty promising. Like I said, I left for an hour to go work out and everything happens. Treyarch posted this: in the spirit of addressing some recent feedback, we are making a few visual changes to some of the Vault Edition operators, starting with our favorite post-apocalyptic bus driver, Ted. So before we look at this video real quick, let's look at what the original Vault Edition bonus operators were. This has been a big talking point because in that community blog we just talked about and we're referencing there, they said, hey, we want to stay more to Call of Duty's true identity. We want to focus Black Ops 7 on being on brand, on era. We don't necessarily need to have Nicki Minaj or Ninja Turtles or crazy stuff like that, Beavis and Butthead. Like, it basically was saying we want to be a little bit more true to what Call of Duty is. And so a big talking point since they put out that statement in that paragraph was, well, what about the Vault Edition skins? Because yeah, these are a little crazy looking. We have like this half invisible armor on Karma here. Harper's wearing like a whole mech suit basically. Ted has a nebulous inside it. I don't even know what that is. And then we have Reaper, who's just a full-on robot. People are going, well, these skins are already pretty ridiculous. For what it's worth, I'm not really as outraged about these skins. The Vault Edition stuff is already a little bit more flashy every year to begin with to sell pre-orders. And technically you could say, okay, it's 2035, it's a little bit futuristic. Maybe this is on brand, but there's still a lot of conversation about how these operators look and does this actually fit in the Black Ops 7 theme, and is this true to Call of Duty? And Treyarch saying, okay, we're going to start changing the looks of these based on your feedback, which is us saying, hey, does this actually fit with the game? It's pretty surprising, but also really nice to hear. So this is what Ted is going to look like now. Much more resembling the OG version of Ted. His face is a little bit more melted off. It doesn't look nearly as goofy. It looks a little bit more gritty and like hardcore zombie stuff here, which I think is pretty cool. He still has Tony Stark would build whatever's inside of Ted's chest right there. But yeah, it's a really surprising change here, kind of out of the blue. And they mentioned starting with Ted here, they're changing the look. This would imply that all the other Vault Edition operators are also going to see visual updates, probably to be a little bit more realistic, toned into Call of Duty, and not maybe as flashy as they currently are. And Charlie Intel does do a nice little side-by-side here of the original version of Ted and then also the new version. So this one absolutely, in my opinion, looks so much better, so much more on brand with Call of Duty here. But surprising day, to say the least. We have TPM 2.0 and anti-cheat updates out of the blue. Some good news there. Really mysterious stuff with them kind of hiding what's going on with zombies and what's going on with the Black Ops 7 reveal plan here. And out of the blue, Treyarch saying, okay, we're going to change things because you guys clearly are not happy with Black Ops 7. So, hey, I'll take it. It's mostly good news here and stuff that still could turn into good news in the coming days. Like I said, if we do end up getting reveals this week and there's gameplay and there's really important stuff detailed there, you guys know I'll be covering it whenever it happens, for that matter, this week, next week, whatever the time frame is. So if you want to stay up to date with that stuff, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be seriously appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you later. Peace out.